Welcome back to ciLiving on WCIA3. A Champaign church rich in tradition is preparing to serve a meal to hundreds.
St. Peter's United Church of Christ first served its sausage supper, ooh, that was a mouthful, back in 1940, and they haven't stopped cooking since that time.
No, and we're going to get a mouthful here coming up. And joining us to tell us all about the event and do a little cooking with us are Marguerite Zond and Gladys Hemp. Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay,
for having us.
here. So a sausage supper.
Yes.
Ooh, I really didn't think that was going to be that tough to say, but you've been doing it for 70 years.
Well, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Neither of you, yeah.
I didn't mean that you had.
But it's a great church tradition.
It started with a bunch of farmers. One man moved up from Pana, Illinois, and he brought that idea to St. Peter's. And at that time, the church was on 4th and University. And they served in a real small area, and they had the supper twice a year. Then we built the new church on Russell Street and moved in there in 1957. And they served as many as 700 people in one meal.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Gladys, what can people expect at this sausage supper besides sausage for supper?
Well, lots of good food. Our own homemade sauerkraut, homemade mashed potatoes, a little dish of applesauce, green beans with bacon.
Wow.
In them.
And you put a lot into this. We're looking at some of the numbers now, right, for this supper. 1,200 sausage patties, 84 pounds
and
of
we
sauerkraut.
shape those.
Oh my word.
And that's the pan. We have 2 of those pans clear full of the sauerkraut when it's cooking all day Saturday.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive and deep. And there's a couple of sausage patties in there. But you can see that gives a good indicator of the depth, though. Wow. And you said you made a joke, too, that your church smelled like this for weeks after.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It does. It really does.
So what are we cooking today?
Yeah.
Well, Gladys did up her special recipe of the sauerkraut, and
Have a look at that.
Yeah, that looks great.
it has boneless short ribs, country-style short ribs in it.
25 pounds.
Yeah. Well, not in that pan, no. In those big pans, yeah. But anyway, and then applesauce also goes in it.
In the sauerkraut?
Yes. And also potatoes. As a thickening.
Just a few potatoes
Not very
to
many.
kind of pull out the sourness.
And I have to say, I've never had sauerkraut, so I'm actually pretty excited about trying
really
this.
good.
But and this is your special version, Gladys?
Well, it's the church version.
It is, okay.
Yeah, and you know it's cooked in the broth
From the meat.
the pork ribs, and you can see pieces of pork floating around in there.
Yeah. And then over here we've just got sausage patties.
Right. It's just a mild blend sausage that we get all of our meat from Chesterville, Illinois. And so the bacon and the short ribs and the sausage comes from there, and we get 250 pounds of the fresh sausage. We actually pick it all up Thursday, and then there's a crew that sits around a counter at the church, and they make all the patties by hand on Friday.
And by the time you let them out on Saturday morning, they're a little tired, but we have lots of patties ready for service.
And we're looking at pictures here, so this is a real church effort here. Everyone works and pulls together to help out.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, about 40 people the day of. It takes about 40 people to put it all together. Yeah.
Is this just plain sausage? I feel like I smell something in there, too.
Well, it's probably Gladys's sauerkraut.
It's the sauerkraut.
No, they put, you can't buy that, you know, in a roll at a supermarket. It's special.
Yeah, they mix their own blend down there. It's probably got some brown sugar in it and some sage. Yeah.
Nice.
But they won't tell us their secret.
It's their secret.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it gets people coming out to the supper.
And you know, the church also sells their frozen sausage after the dinner in order for people to be able to take home a package and cook it later on.
Fun idea. Okay, well, you're going to hang around here so that we can sample this a little bit later on. We're just going to let it simmer a little bit longer.
Yes.
Oh, and the smells are just going to immerse the studio here, draw everyone in. If you would like more information on St. Peter's United Church of Christ Sausage Supper, go to ciLiving.tv.
Those tickets just $10, $5 for kids and under $5 free. That's a good deal.
Yeah.